Okay, so I will show you to do so this up on here. So I will give everybody a ziploc bag here. In this ziploc bag, I'll give you some things that you will be able to bring home to play with. Okay, and some of it you need to return. But this will be like an angles bag. Okay, for this chapter. Just like we brought home the fraction this for fraction, the number this for whole numbers. Okay, so some of us may have already had these things. This what you call the mathematics set. And over here you see the description here. In a mathematics set, a simple one for primary up to primary 4, and I think primary 6, you'll still be seeing this apparatus. You will have inside, okay, you'll see here and described a 15 centimeter ruler, a set square that has the degrees 30, 60, 90. You will have another set square that is 45, 90. Okay, don't know what these measurements are, you don't need to know now. You will know them when you reach primary 4. And then there's a protractor. And then you'll see the images here. Okay, so usually this is what a set square looks like. A set, mathematics set, a simple one. So like for example, you have this thing, so this is called a protractor. That looks like a semicircle. For my own side, I have a special one. There's a full circle. Okay. Okay, you'll see that more often when you are in primary 4. And then you have a set square 1 and another different set square. Okay, and you have a ruler inside. So you have these different kinds of set squares. Okay, if you already have them, they will be useful for learning angles. I'll tell you more about them when we reach this portion. Okay, so in our ziploc bag, in your own ziploc bag, you don't have to return the ziploc bag to me, but you only have to return the end legs. I will call this the end legs, like the angles, the legs of the angle, end legs. So each one of us will start with having 2. I will give you random 2 pieces out of my entire box. Okay, and then in your own ziploc bag, you can have your mat set. Okay, and you can have 2, so maybe 2 colors. And I'll give you another item later that you put inside. Okay, then you can bring this home for the rest of this week and next week to play with at home. And when we have Zoom lessons, I'll be also using this during at home when you're on home-based learning. Understand? Okay, so right now I would like our Wednesday friends, that means the third person in the row, to come here. How many? How many? Thank you. Okay. How many? Okay, so right now you have the ziploc bag. Those of you who have your mat sets, you can already put it inside. Okay. Okay, right now I will give you random colors or random pieces. Okay, each person take about 2. Doesn't have to be the same color. Okay, it can be different color, and that's the fun in it. Okay, so later when you come and collect for your friends, each person will take 2 pieces. Okay, so you get randomly take 2 pieces each, can be of any color. Okay, we'll start off with 2 first. Can I have the come here? Your friends come here to collect for your friends. How many will you need? 8.
Just random colors, I don't mind.
Okay. How many?
8.
Okay. 8. How many? Okay. How many? Huh? How many? How many? Yes. How many? Okay, so each of us will get 2 pieces. Okay, you must return me. Okay, I have some extras here. Okay. Okay, so I have this one, and I also personally I have another set as well. Okay, so the next thing we are going to have is to come and collect a piece of paper. So later in your Ziploc bag that you bring home, okay, you will have the 2 pieces of this inside, and also something else, which I will give you later. Okay, let's start off with our first activity first. Let me describe to you what we are going to do. You come over here and collect a playground picture. Okay, a picture of the playground. Okay, for yourself and your friends. 1 piece each. Okay, come and say friends. Okay, so I'm at my playground page. Okay, I'm at my playground page here. Okay, I'm at my playground page here. You can write your name on it, and you can start exploring. Okay, I'll not give you too many instructions now. Okay, you take out the legs here, and think about what you can do with the legs. Okay, So I'll give you about 2 minutes to just explore. Zafira, we are at the playground page first. Okay, at the playground page. Okay, I'll go around to everyone with my phone. Okay, and then you can take a look at what everybody is doing with the color, look like ice cream sticks, right? Okay, and I will be moving around to show what you can do, what some of us do with this. Okay, up to you. With the playground picture. Okay, no specific instructions now. Just think about, okay, how, let's say for example, I just want to put my ice cream sticks, okay, called the end legs, along the slides here. Okay, for example. Yeah, so I want to, so do you think about how you want to make this? Maybe the seesaw? Okay, okay, up to you. Okay, I will move around with my phone so that you can see each other, okay, in action. Okay, so I'm coming around. Take a look at Dean. Okay, over here, this is Luke. Okay, this Luke's work. Okay, Zafira's here. Okay, I move over there. Hey, can you please be gentle with the bag? If it bursts, I have no more extras. Okay, it breaks, it no more extra. Okay, this is Delilah's work. Okay, Charlize. Okay. Hi. Shongguan, oops, flew. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm right behind. Okay, so you can see what each other is doing. Hi. Hello. Okay. That's just Jiahui's one. Everybody take a look at Jiahui's one. Okay. She decided to join the two end legs together. Okay, and then put it to the picture. Okay. Oh, okay. Janavi with hers. Okay. Okay. Oops, we flew. Okay. Okay, so I walked around and I'm back at my table. Okay, so I'm back at my table here. So right now I'm going to drop some ideas to us. Okay, so I like that you are exploring. So let's first think about the things I gave you. There are two ice cream stick look alike sticks, right? Now, what kind of lines will you be able to think of? Straight lines, thank you. Who said that? Yes, Ishraq, thank you. So we have like a two straight lines here. That's the first thing that we can recognize for this. So I can look for any straight line and I can line them up according to the sticks. And then, so the first thing instruction for everybody is how many straight lines, different kind of straight lines can you line up with? Okay, so that was the first thing we talked about. And then some of us, our straight lines actually meet each other. Some of us did this. Some of us did this. Okay, some of us did this. So the straight lines meet each other. Okay, some of us did this. So that's the first thing that I would like us to explore. How can you line up the ice cream sticks along straight lines? So if you look at this picture, can you identify straight lines? Okay, do you see any curves? Inside the picture, can you see any curves? Yeah. Like for example, the trees have curves on them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the slide here has a curve here. The hand is curved. Right? Okay, so if I use let's say if I use a blue highlighter to mark out the curves, I can see that these lines are curves. Okay. So we first learn about curves when we are in primary 2 and primary 1. Straight lines and curves, that's what we first understand about shapes. Okay. Right now, because this chapter is something that is very visual, okay, and it can be fun as well. So right now we are looking at this chapter. The first thing I'm introducing to you are two ice cream stick look like things. So the first clue about this chapter called angles is straight lines. Can we all understand that? Okay. Now the next thing is that I would like you to pay close attention to each ice cream stick that's given to you. It has this special end here. One has a hole, and then one side has this protruding part. Okay. Now, what do you think the protruding part is for? For bending what? Bending the ice cream stick? What do you think you're doing actually? Okay, I'm making the ends meet. So I can actually join them. Okay? Okay, so everyone can you kind of like make them meet and join them together, the two legs? Yours already joined, very good. Okay, so when they join, can you like play around with it a bit? What do you realize? Yes, very good. So Derek mentioned a very important point. So after they meet, they are turning, right? Okay, so right now what I want you to do is, these lines meet and they can turn, right? These lines meet and they can turn. And what do you notice that I can actually do is that I am getting these lines to meet at a point. So what I want you to do now is, as I turn, okay, imagine I make them meet, okay, and then I turn. I can make these two lines meet, like here. Like say, let's say I use this one that is quite, not have many background. Okay, I can make these straight lines meet at this corner of the triangle. Okay, I can make these straight lines meet at the corner of this playground, like a rectangle. Okay? I can make these lines meet at these two straight lines, at this ladder of the staircase of the playground. Okay? I can move the legs to open up a bit bigger so that the ladder meets the steps of the second floor of the playground like this. So I open up the legs from like the staircase and then I open up a little bit. Okay? So let's see how many you can do. Okay? Can you find what maybe all the possibilities of two lines that meet? Maybe at a corner of a shape. Okay, try to find as many as you can. Okay. 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 Now those of us who are quite good at this, I would like you to take up this challenge, okay? You can use a color pencil or a highlighter. So let's say I use an orange highlighter now. And for every corner that I find, the first thing I do is to mark a dot on where they meet. So can I mark out the meeting points? So with my highlighter now, for example, on this particular shape, this one here, which is a bit clean. Okay. The first one I found was this one here, right? The two straight lines meet at this point. I'm using my highlighter to mark out this point. Okay? The two lines meet at this point. Okay, and then I did this one here. The two lines meet at this point here. So I use my highlighter, I highlight the point that they met. Okay, and for this one, I realized that they meet at this point. Okay, for this one here, they meet at this point. How many points can you find? If you don't have a highlighter, you can use a pencil to circle the point as well. Okay, you found a lot, huh? Wow. Okay, how about this one? This one has the legs open up wider. Actually, it looks like the leg turn a bit more, like anti-clockwise. Like, doesn't they look like the clock hands? Right? Do they look like the hands of the clock also in a way? Yes. So I noticed that this is like the center point of the clock. Right? I can mark that clock hand. And I'm moving the clock hands clockwise this way. Can you find how many points are you able to mark out? Mark out the point. I'm marking out the point. I'm not circling the whole thing. Okay, then let's say I use another color. I use green color, or I use a color pencil. Okay, for the points that I mark out, can I find the lines that make them meet? For example, for this point that they meet, it was these two straight lines. Okay, try to use a highlighter, a different highlighter, or a color pencil. I gave you a highlighter yesterday, right? Yeah. So on this one, I will see, okay, it's these two lines. You can use different color pencils or highlighter. So the thing is, this is what I did was, the first thing was to, number one, look for meeting point. And I mark out with a dot. Mark out with a dot or a highlighter or circle. The second thing I ask you to do is, let's look for the straight lines and I highlight them. That meet. Okay. So for this point, these are the two straight lines that meet. Okay. So the first thing is to mark out the meeting point. I mark them out in orange. The next thing I did was to use the highlighter to pick out the lines that cause them to meet at that point. Okay, and I can use different colors. Say for the example, this one here, I use this color. Okay, if you like to work on the other picture because it looks very more fun, you can also do that. So I can mark out like this one. So mark out the point. Okay, the straight sides that meet. Okay, mark out the point. And then I color the sides that meet. Do you realize that some of them look very sharp? And then some of them doesn't look that sharp. And some of them looks a bit not so sharp, like open up. So I have like, this one is the point, and then I have the two straight lines that meet. Are you able to do this? Okay. Is that okay? So far so good? Okay, then come the third instruction for you. The third instruction, I want you to think about the clock hands, like how I described just now. When they meet, what I actually did was, I took the legs here, and I'm actually doing this action of closing and opening up, like the clock hands. And just now, Eric said it's like turning, right? At the midpoint point, they turn. So at first they are meeting, and then I turn. Okay. So as I turn, I'm going to use my pencil to draw an arrow to show the turn. Okay, like from this end to this end. Okay, and then like say this next these two ends. I can choose to start on either side. Let's say I start on this side. Okay, and then I move one of the legs from one side and I'm turning to here. So I use my pencil to mark out the turn. From here, I'm turned to here. Okay? Are you doing it? How come your hands are not moving? Okay, so likewise for here, are you able to mark out how your legs move? So I am now asking you to mark out the turns with curly arrows. Let me say this again. The first thing I asked you to do was to find meeting points. And I marked them out as dots using a highlighter or circling with a pencil. The next thing I'll ask you to do is look for the straight lines that cause them to meet at that dot. And I highlight them in a different color. The third thing I ask you to do is draw a curly whirly arrow to show the turn. Okay? Right, so here, say this one here. If let's say I put the orange and yellow legs together, I start off from here, this dot here, and I turn the orange leg to the slide. Okay, so I mark out the action from here to here. Can you see that? But if I were to choose to start from this side, maybe this side, and I move the orange leg instead, and I fix the meeting point, I move from this one to the slide here, this way. All right, and I'll be marking out the turn here. Maybe this one I will use this color, blue. Okay, are we okay so far? Have you marked out as many as you like? So if you are a colorful person, then you might have used lots of colors, and then your paper in the end will be very colorful. The last thing I would like you to do before we go on to the next one is to say, get a ruler, or some of you are very excited, you already have the set square. Okay, I will say let's use a ruler. I will use my ruler here. The ruler, like Zheng Wei say, there's a corner at the ruler here. Okay, can you see my ruler? I can use something that looks like a rectangle as well. Say, for example, I use my box here. This orange box has a rectangle. I also have a pink color box here. This box has a rectangular corner. Okay, you can use a ruler as well. And does everybody have something like that? You have a ruler? Now, can you use your ruler and then put it to some of the corners, and what do you notice? Do you realize, does any corner match exactly? Like let's say I use my pink colored box here, the corner, like what Zheng Wei said, the corner of the table. You can use the corner of your handbook as well, your pupil handbook, or the corner of the plastic bag, right? The plastic bag, the Ziploc bag. Yeah, the corner of, if your pencil case is squarish or rectangular, you can also use that. So like the Ziploc bag here, it has this corner here, a squarish corner, and I can actually, is there any corner that is a perfect fit? Is there any that is smaller? Do you notice any corners that are smaller than the ruler? Bigger? Is there any corner that is bigger? Like this one? Okay, so anybody feels like, okay, we have done quite some of this work here. What does angles mean? What are all these got to do with angles? Okay, so with all this said, can anybody tell me what you think angles mean? This topic means. Cheng Guan says it seems like there's something to do with shapes. Okay, very good. I like the idea. Gareth, you say something? Oh, Gareth mentioned it looks something about. Is it something about twists and turns? Derek? So Derek says, so does it mean that every shape has angles? Then let's come to the question of, did we manage to match these to his body? This shape here, the tree, were we able to do so? So what does it tell us about angles? If I say these two legs meant angles. Very good, Derek. So we go back to what some of our friends said earlier. That means angles, to make angles, it must be from what kind of lines? Straight lines. Okay? Yes. Sorry? Do we find it in numbers? Okay. So there's this number that is coming out. We'll talk about the numbers a bit more later. Okay. So right now we say that the ideas give us angles has something to do with shapes. Angles are everywhere, but you can't find them in curved shapes. Yes, you can only find them on straight lines, right? Okay, so I'm going to share screen here to give us a bit of a summary of the activities we are doing. Okay, so if you take a look at the screen here, this is what we have been doing. Later we'll be trying out this one. Okay. Here's what angles mean. This is in your textbook. Everybody, can we take a look here at the screen, please? What does angles mean? Here says, an angle is formed when two straight lines meet at a common point. Yes, Vidya? Yes, that's right. Okay, so in shapes that are curved, like ovals, like a blob of paint, Okay, like circles, you don't find angles because they don't have straight lines. Okay, so it must be straight lines. So look here, what are some of the keywords you can pick out from here? Just as we said earlier, what to look out for when you want to find angles? 3 points. Zheng Wei, can you say it right? Say it out now, the 3 points. Number 1, 2 straight lines. Number 2, a meeting point. The third one, there's turning. Can we get a sense of what is it about? Okay, the next thing we did, the last thing was we did is we use a corner of a ruler, or we use like a square box. Okay, to compare it with the angle that was formed. And here I want to introduce everyone to this term called the size of an angle. So that goes to what Dean mentioned a little bit and what some of our friends say a little bit. There's a bit of numbers in angles. You talk about the size, how big or small an angle is. Now, that comes to this question of everybody, just now we had a different kind of legs. Okay, if you look here, this, I gave everybody different lengths. I say it doesn't matter whichever color you have, right? Correct? Yes? Doesn't really matter. And I say, okay, I can join the blue one with the red one. And if you flip off to the next page here, you turn your paper around. Okay, you turn your paper around. You turn your paper around. Okay, now if this is the time where, okay, my pen has a different color, okay, of sticks. You can take turns, share with your friend, exchange, and match up different colors is fine. Okay. Now the question now is that for every single corner angle that is given to you, right now here it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. So there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different angles here on this piece of paper. If I use different color, can I still do the same action? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. What is it that doesn't matter? The length of the line doesn't really matter. Does it affect the size of the angle? What does it mean by the size of the angle? How much you turn? Very good. So how to decide whether an angle is big or angle is small? How much bigger or how much smaller? It depends on how much you open the legs, how much you turn the legs. Okay. Now, with that, I'm going to give you a next toy. Are you ready for the next toy? Now, before we do that, can we write down the instructions at the side again? What were the 3 instructions? Okay, very good, Zheng Wei. The first instruction is look for the 2 straight lines. Okay. Meeting point and turning. Okay, very good. So write down these 3 pointers first. Okay, you have got these 3 points. 2 straight lines, meeting point, turning. Is that okay? Okay, now I give you my new toy. I created it with plastic sheets. So just now, these end legs here, the fun thing about this is like what Shangwan says, it's got to do with shapes because I can join all the straight lines up to form different kinds of shapes. But to do that, I will need more lines. And I can form all sorts of shapes. Yeah, which yes, you will learn them when you're older. Correct. So that's a very important point what Shangguan is saying. Whatever we are learning now builds up the knowledge we learn that we might use then in future. So when you get to primary 5 or 6, there will be more fun things that you can make out of these straight lines and problems that you can solve. Okay, just looking at this shape that I just make randomly out of ice cream sticks. Look like a mountain, right? How many angles can you see? How many say 6? How many say 2? How many say 7? How many say 12? Okay. So one of the answers, it will be 6. Vidya, how do you get 6 so quickly? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and yes, Azini? Chongguan? Okay. So Vidya says she saw 6 quickly because you can see the turns inside. Yep. Okay. Yazini said, I'm able to see this quickly because I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 meeting point. So 6 angle. Right? Very good. Chongguan says, I look at the number of straight lines. So here, these 2 is straight line from one angle. Can you see that? I can cover this one and the blue and the yellow form another angle. Alright, can you see that? And I cover this side, the red and the yellow forms an angle. I cover this one, the red and the yellow form another angle. I cover this one, the orange and yellow form another angle. Can see? I cover this one, the green and orange form an angle. And then the blue and green form an angle. Can see that? So it's kind of fun in a way. If you have more ice cream sticks, you can do more. If you have time later, I can allow you to explore a bit more with your friends, okay? Right now, I give you the new toy. Are you ready? Okay, the new toy has 3 parts to it. Okay, just like this pointer. First, you must get 2 plastic paper. 2 plastic paper. Can you see my 2 plastic paper? They are actually called transparencies. Your parents and grandparents may know them better than you do. Okay? Okay. The next thing that you will be getting will be a round head fastener. Okay, here. Leo, can you pass me the scissors? There. Scissors sticking out there. Left. Scissors. Yes. Thank you. Okay, do you remember when we used this? Yes, very good. Do you remember when we used this? The clock. What do you think this is for now? What was it? How was it used for the clock? To hold, yes, to hold the hands of the clock together. Okay, so Wednesday friends, please come here. You collect 2 plastic sheets for each friend, okay? How many minutes got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many? 5, 6, 7, 8. Each person get 2 pieces. Each person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. Okay, everybody got the 2 pieces of plastic sheet? Anybody don't have? Yes, that's right.
And then the hands we can write. So it's take the hands.
Okay. Extra. Okay, thank you. Okay, now, friends, there's some important thing here that I need you to know. Okay, these are called transparency. They are made of a special plastic material. Okay, I'm going to ask us to draw straight lines on them. Okay, but you can't just use any marker on them. You can't really see. Okay, right. Now, can you see that there are holes on this? I made a hole on them. What do you think the hole is for? What do you think the hole is for? For the pin. And what does the pin symbolize? The meeting point. So I want to draw a straight line that ends at the meeting point. Is that okay? So let me show you how to do it. The hole is here. Over here later, our Wednesday friend, you need to take a marker, special marker from Miss Lim. This marker is a special OHP marker. It's $7 for 4 of them, very expensive. Because they are made of a special material too. Okay? You can't use whiteboard marker on this plastic sheet, it doesn't work. Okay, here's how I'm going to do it. I'll show you once, you do it yourself, okay? I have this dot here, represents the meeting point. I'm going to use one of the plastic sheet to help me draw a straight line. Okay? The ends at that. Oops. I use my eraser to erase it. I like it clean. I like it clean, so I can use my eraser. Okay. Doesn't matter how long you draw that line, okay? Up to you how long you like to be. And I'm going to use another. Yeah, you can use ruler. I'll just use the plastic sheet because it's straight line. Huh? The ends at the. Yes, very good. Okay, so this is what you do. I have 2 straight lines that drawn on the ends with the dots. Okay? Is this okay? Now, if you actually draw across the dot, I think it's fine. It doesn't matter, okay? Now, boys and girls, I'll give you a heads up first. I will be using this paper as well as the end legs, the ice cream sticks, through the next chapter of parallel and perpendicular lines, okay? So don't lose these papers, is that okay? Okay, okay, now let's do this. Our Wednesday friends, please come here. I have enough markers for just to share. If 4 people, right, you get 2. Share the markers, please. Popular. Therefore popular, so you got to share. So share. How many people in your group? So share. Okay, share the markers. Share the markers. Share the markers, okay? Okay. Now once you're done with the drawing of 2 straight lines, you show me a thumbs up, okay? Thank you, Joey. Okay, once you're done with drawing the 2 lines, okay, you give me a thumbs up, okay? Okay. Once you are done with the straight line, you can come here and collect this pin for your friends. It's not working? Hmm? Yeah, yeah. Okay, are you done drawing the lines? If you are done, you can come here and get the pin. It's okay. There's still a bit of time. Okay. Okay, does everybody have the pin yet? So somebody not have the pin, come and collect your pin. Okay, pass it to your group. You got 4 in your group, right? Okay. How many in your group? I think 5, right? Okay, you have to pass to your group. Jia is here, you can help, get her to help. Okay, if you're done drawing, can I have the markers back? Yes, thank you. Pass me the markers. Oh. Thank you. Okay, so once you're ready, I'm taking one of the pins and Done with drawing? Okay, thank you. Okay, so are we done? Are we done? Okay, so if you're ready, you take your pin. Okay, well, thank you for collecting the markers. Thank you. I'm not muted here. I'm not muted here. Yeah, I can unmute both sides, but there will be probably a bit of echo. I hope I'm not muted. I've been the whole time talking. It would be terrible if I'm muted. I hope I'm not. Xiongguan, I wish you had said that earlier. But never mind. We'll see if the video recording works. But at least there's a video going on, hopefully. Okay, maybe I should unmute the laptop next time. I was trying to record through my phone. I wasn't sure. I'm not too sure whether my phone caught my voice. But at least the picture was oh, very good, very fast. Okay, some of you already know what to do. Yes, cool. So I took the fastener, go past the legs, the plastic sheets, and I pull them tight. Pull it really outwards and tight so that the meeting point is firm. But you are still able to turn, see? Okay, now this is the time to try it out. Huh? Okay, I take this, say this paper, yep, meeting point, nice. Okay, meeting point, I make the lines meet. Is it okay? Everybody, are we at the same stage? Okay, some of us might be a bit faster. Okay, you can play around already. Try playing around. Meeting point, I mean at one of the point, try out with one of the angles given, okay? And try opening up the legs to meet. And then try marking out the turn. Okay, so same thing, meeting point, the two straight lines. Thank you. And the turn. I'll put you down. Okay. Yes. Sorry? How many? Where? Oh, yes. That's an amazing discovery. Yeah, good. I like what you said. That's fun. A fun realization. Okay, try with. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, try it out. So I make out this one and I try out with the other ones. So triangles are quite fun to learn here, right? Isn't it? Yeah, so I mark out the meeting point, the two lines meet, and I drag it open. Okay. Now I need to mark out how much I open how much I turn the legs. Okay, how much I turn the straight line. Like this. And then I mark out with the pencil or my highlighter. Meeting point, the two straight lines, and I mark out the turn. So you can try it out. So, hello. What does it tell you about the size of angles? The more you turn, the bigger the angle gets. Can you understand that? So the more I turn, so the bigger the angle gets. So, and I can turn from either side of the legs. I can even open up this way. Chichi, open up this way. And that's why when you mark out angles, if you see your textbook, the angles doesn't really have arrows. They just mark out with a curly whirly like this. Okay? And there are times where in certain country, the textbook draws it as a double-sided arrow. It's fine. Because the meaning of this curly whirly is marking out the amount of turn. Okay? So it's fine which direction the arrow faces. And most of the time, actually, we don't really need the arrow. Okay? Because I can open this way too. But I must fix the meeting point. Can you understand? Okay, so good. Okay, so far. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you think, okay, Miss Lim, this is so far so good, so easy. I think I can manage. You can challenge yourself. Right now, all these are drawn for you. Okay? Do you think you can draw your own angle? Try. So you can take my two legs, take two legs here. If you want, you can try to draw your own ones. Okay, I can draw here. Can, go ahead. I can draw any one line. I can try to draw your own ones. Create your own design. If you like to try other shapes, like this triangle, I can draw any shape, and I try to mark out angles in the same way. Two straight line, meeting point, and a turn. Okay, so those of us who like to have a bit more challenge, or especially those of us who like art, you like to draw all kinds of shapes, right? You can draw a robot. Okay, you can go home and pick out your Optimus Prime robot. Okay, or Mandalorian, some of us. You can try to find angles on that. Yeah, oh, can you find any angles on the helmet? Okay. And but it's quite circular. I remember the helmet is quite circular. Okay, so mine was a challenge to find. Hmm? Where? Where? You show me, draw and show me. Okay, so. Okay, so you can try to do your own ones. But this is curved. Is this a straight line?
No, only this part is that.
Yeah, because see, remember what we talked about? We talked about this, right? Can I put this here? Is that a straight line? Where's the angle on this protector? No, the angle. Everybody, somebody raised a very interesting question, which I actually like very much too. He said that on this protractor, there are some angles. Actually, somebody actually want to say it's not wrong. When you're older, maybe in secondary school, you will realize that actually curves can have angles too. Yes, because points and because meeting points are everywhere. But that's very too complicated to understand. So we will not go into that. Apparently, you will learn that straight lines from angles. Okay? And you don't want to be too confused with it. So let's take a look at these protractors here and talk about what we know about angles here. So it says on this semicircle, I can find angles at the corner. Now, is this true? No. Yes, because this side is the curve. I can say that this is a corner because a corner is where two sides meet. But this is a curved side. It is not a straight line. So is this corner an angle? No. Is this corner an angle? No, because it's one curved side and one straight side. But we use this protractor to measure angles. Where is the meeting point? Where do you think is the meeting point? Can you see here? Can you see right at the middle of the protractor? There's this dot here. Can you see the dot there? That little tiny dot here? This is where I can form all types of angles. And so wait, what do you think the circle, the semicircle means? Does it mean the angle? It doesn't mean the angle. Does it mean the straight line? It doesn't mean the straight line. What do you think it means? I found the meeting point. The meeting point is here. What do you think the semicircle, the curve here means? The angle. What about the angle? It's not the meeting point. It's not the straight lines. What does this mean? What does the curve mean? The turn, who said that? Justin, well done. So actually, the protractor is like the curve, the turn.
So you can use angles to like.
That's why this is created to measure angles. Because can you see? I drew the turn.
You can turn.
Yes, so the curves are actually represents the turn of an angle. Okay? Then that's why I can actually mark out the angles on the protractor in this manner. Like this. Can you understand what I'm talking about right now? So can you see the turn inside? Can you see? Okay. So when some of us will so excited, you say, I know that the turn, there's this thing called the 360 degrees and 180 degrees, things like that. Like this one here. He's actually talking about still the same ideas of angles will not change. It will be a meeting point. Can you see the big meeting point here? Can you see my straight line? So if I say that it's 360 degrees, it actually means that I turn one matrix all the way around and come back to the same point where the two lines meet. Do you understand that? And that is a very big angle because it's a very big turn. Is that okay? So, today's lesson have these few main points. Before I play an end and we are eating our bread, I'll share screen one more time. look at what are the things we covered today again, everyone. Okay. The 3 main points, 2 straight lines, meeting point, and the turn. Are we all confident of being able to number angles now? Very good. The next thing we want to learn, the last one. Knowing about the size of the angle, it depends on the amount of turning. So in this picture here, from the left, you see a small angle. The end picture, the ice cream here, did not change in length. But the amount of turning changed. So on the left is the smallest angle. Towards the right, the angle gets bigger because the turns get small. You understand that? Tomorrow we are going to go into right angles and the names of these special angles. Okay? Is that okay? Now is the time where you give a check. I have my zero bag, I have my tools, okay? So you know this is my angles bag. If you like, you want to fold this paper up, I'm fine with it. Okay? So this is my angles bag. I put my angles bag inside. I put my toys that I create inside. I put my end legs inside, the ice cream stick inside. If I'm a proprietor, I also put inside. Set square put inside. And I have my angles back. Is that okay? Now once you're done, you clear up your desk, wash your hands, and you can eat your food. Okay?